Hello guys, welcome to Autolatest Cars. Today we are in a near forest near Bucharest. Downtown forest near Bucharest is one of the most important cars from Kia Auto. This is the cheapest Kia, the cars that a lot of guys from East Europe actually hates because everybody here drives Sportage, Sorento, or even the new EV3 or EV9. The most annoying thing because because this car it's quite important for Kia Motors because it received last year in 2024 a quite big update, a car that actually it's meant for Western Europe, downtown city, not for East Europe where everybody drives 3-liter V6 diesel engine or big V8 twin turbo petrol engines and or of course big powerful electric vehicles. Today we are talking about the new Kia Picanto 2025, a car that actually it's as I told you, very important for Kia Motors. It received a very important facelift. You have new headlights with vertical LED lights, very interesting. This is the daylight running lights. It has a very nice design. A car that it's quite appealing, a car that looks quite good, a car that has a very aggressive design. And that's important because in today's market in 2025, Fiat 500 is no more. Toyota Aygo X, it's a fail, a total fail compared with the previous generations because it's a car that is too expensive and only with 69 horsepower. So the weight per horsepower it's quite bad on that car. It has also an bigger chassis, so it's like a previous generation Yaris big. Picanto, it's still the same car. It received only a very big an important facelift. You have new side mirrors, you have new headlights. This design looks like an Kia Sorento, which is quite good. New alloy wheels. This is not a GT line, this is not top of the line version, but it's a medium version of this Picanto. It's also almost a top of the line Picanto. It has drums on the back. It doesn't have disc brakes, but it's okay. The tires are Continental, so it's a premium car with Conti Eco Contact with the size 185 by 55 R15, which is quite important because actually I drove this car with 140-150 kilometers an hour on the highway a few moments ago, and the tires are actually the most important thing for these tiny little cars on the highway. So this is the exterior of the car. You will have a LED bar in the back, which is quite important because this car actually looks quite good. Today it's almost a sunny day, and even though the outside it's you have a lot of light, the car looks quite good. The LED bar it's imposing, so it's the most elaborated city car in 2025. Kia made enough modifications for this platform to actually count from the sales point of view. The car is actually built on the previous generation. As you know, Hyundai i10 is no more on European market, so this has a platform of Hyundai i10, but the i10 was built in Turkey like i20, and this is made in Korea. So if you want to know why we prefer this Kia, not Hyundai, let's hear the doors. So you have tinted rear glass. The button it's a classical button to open the door. Look at this. Everything on this car is KCC, so that means Korea car glass. I will show you on the windshield. So Korea car glass, you will receive this type of glass only on cars made in South Korea. So the build quality, so the reliability of this car compared with an European version like Kia Ceed or Exceed, it's better. This is the most reliable car from Kia in 2025 from my point of view, even compared with the EV3, which is an electric vehicle. But this one, the Picanto 2025, it's important because it's the last classical normal classical city car on the European market. It has also 7 years warranty and 150,000 kilometers. So it's quite nice. The inside, I will show you inside when we make this movie inside, when we continue this video inside. But the most important thing of this generation of Kia Picanto is the engine. So let's open the bonnet. Okay, we have the bonnet open, and you are looking at the L4 1.2 MPI petrol engine called G4LF with 79 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 113 Newton meters at 4,200 RPM. This engine it's mated to a 5-speed normal manual gearbox. It's important to have a 5-speed manual, not a 6-speed manual. But another curiosity of this engine is that this is the last reliable Kia Hyundai engine on European market. This engine you could find it on Hyundai i10, Hyundai Bayon, Kia Stonic, and this Picanto. So from all those competitors, this is the most sporty one because it has only 990 kilograms or 930 kilograms empty weight. So you have to make the 79 horsepower, you have to multiply with the weight, and you'll receive a weight per kilogram horsepower very, very good, even though it has only 79 horsepower. So a lot of you guys ask me why Kia doesn't put some isolation on the bonnet. First of all, because the air filter it's mounted directly on the engine, so the sound of the engine is dampened by this system. It's a system that I saw on MG3. The Chinese made this for the first time. But here it's possible to put the air filter because you don't have so much place. So you have a very big battery, AGM with 50 amps, but you will have the normal 4-cylinder engine. This is not a 3-cylinder 900cc. This is a 1.2 liter 4-cylinder multi-point fuel injection. Another curiosity of this engine is this fuel intake. This is a multi-port fuel injection, but we'll have an 2 injectors per cylinder, so you have 8 injectors on this engine. So if you want to put a LPG system, I don't know, after 7 years or 150,000 kilometers, you have to put on V8 ACU because that's it. But besides that, this engine is the most reliable one found on Kia engine. This is not 1.0 TGDI. This is not 1.5 TGDI. This is 1.2 MPI. So it has an port fuel injection, a classical port fuel injection, 2 injectors per cylinder. So it's very efficient and fuel efficient. Even if you're driving on the highway, I drove it 130-150 kilometers an hour on the highway. So the fuel consumption was 8. If you drive it with the 120-130 kilometers an hour, the fuel consumption will be 6.8, 7.2. And if you drive this car in downtown, bumper to bumper, you will have around 7 liters per 100 kilometers. So with only 35 liters per fuel tank, you could go around 450 as autonomy. So this is a best buy from my point of view. The headlights are quite good. It's a LED system with the light beam, the high beam and the low beam LED. So this is a premium solution. You don't have fog lights, but it's not necessary because the headlights are quite mounted decent on the front bumper. As I told you, big mirrors. This is important car. This is important feature on normal cars. Alloy wheels, and the car, of course, is not a premium car. This is not a very fine insulated car when you drive it like crazy on the highway. But in the city driving mode, it's enough. So let's talk about the competition. Toyota Aygo X. It's around between 18,000 and 25,000 euros, but you will have an entry-level engine 1.0 that is very, very, very poor. The power is too low for that chassis, for that car. Fiat 500 is no more. Citroen C1 is no more. Toyota Aygo X, we talk about that. Peugeot 1107 is no more. Ford Ka Plus is no more. VW Fox is no more. VW Polo is no more, so it's still on the price range, but in few months there will be no more VW Polo. Renault Clio 1.0 SE, it's a direct competitor for Kia Rio, but Kia Rio is no more imported on the European market, so somehow you could compete with this car, but this was direct competitor for the Renault Twingo, which is no more. So a lot of appreciated cheap city cars are no more on European market. So this is a very big problem for everybody, because a lot of you guys want to buy new cars with classic engines, with reliable engines, and they are no more in the range of the modern constructors. So that's a very big problem. Kia it's still a pragmatic company. You know, this is the 8th generation of Picanto. If you go to Holland, there are a lot of Picanto. If you go to Belgium, there are a lot of Picanto. If you go to Denmark, a lot of Picanto. In Copenhagen, because this car is very appreciated, because it has an composed dimensions, very small, very big inside, and very reliable. So everybody knows from Western Europe that this 1.2 liter could run 300,000, 400,000 kilometers with no problem. It has a timing chain, double overhead cam. It's a very simple system, as I told you, multi-point fuel injection. So you could put of course on LPG system on it on different countries. Also a V8 system. Everything is classical, everything is normal. Let me show you the trunk. Very beautiful inside. Only three radar cruise systems, 1, 2 sensors. So let's talk about the inside. You'll have this, and incredibly, this car has also a spare tire, which is quite important, but the luggage compartment, it's quite decent for this. Let me show if I could put it with one hand. You have one storage space, two storage space. You could put this down, so you have 250 liters or 1000 liters as a luggage space. It's called Picanto, the new logo. First of all, the new logo, and this is quite good. This is quite good from my point of view. Please go to review this car, make a test drive with it, and we talk about that in the comments. But let's go inside. Okay, we are inside. You have the build quality of normal Picanto. 4 electric windows. Only the automatic one. It's only at the driver door. Leather seats, 2-color leather seats, which is quite good because it looks quite premium. You also have a lot of that stitch you see on the seat. It's found on the steering wheel. You can see here that you could have a decent ESP off tire pressure monitoring system. And let's go inside. Let's go inside and talk about this car from the point of view of prices. This is the prices of this car on Romanian market. So the entry level one, it's called 1.0 MPI with 63 horsepower. We don't recommend that engine because it's the power is too low from my point of view. You could buy that car with 50,648 euros, but here you'll receive 2,000 euro incentive from the state, so you could live with this car with that price. But the real bargain is this Picanto PA model year 2025 1.2, this engine, 79 horsepower. Urban is the normal version. You could live with this car with 30,000 euros. This is the old text, all the technical details. It's in Romanian. So the dimensions 3 meters 605, length, width 1,595, height 1,485, ground clearance 141. The maximum capacity of the trunk 255 by 1,000 liters. Empty weight 950 15 kilograms. So this is quite important from my point of view. You could buy this car with an EMT. It's called automatic manual transmission. It's a manual transmission. It's a robotized some type of EZR gearbox like from Dacia, but it's a manual gearbox with hydraulic clutch. If you're not in a hurry, you could buy that. If you're a girl, buy that. There's no problem. But if you want to drive a decent Picanto with normal fast lane share or fast speed, even outside the town, please go and buy this 5-speed gearbox, 0-100 13.1 seconds. The AMT gearbox 16.5. So that's a very big problem from the point of view of the gearbox. So this is me, almost 1.8 meters height and over 100 kilograms, and my right foot doesn't touch the center console of this car, which is quite good. And you could see this is my position. If you put it on the first, the gearbox doesn't somehow touch my feet. You have a 5-speed manual gearbox. That's important because it's not a 6-speed gearbox, because a lot of you guys drive this car in city mode. You have a nice multimedia system. It's a normal multimedia system. This is the previous generation of Kia integrated multimedia system, a decent one from my point of view. Inside you have the dashboard from the Kia Sportage entry level. You have only 5.5 inch. The display, this is static, so it have the the low RPM is like 0-600 RPM, 0-700 RPM like sports car, and this is 600 RPM. The fuel consumption in the last 9 kilometers and 50 minutes is like 5.8. You could run 350 kilometers with almost 3/4 of the tank. Inside you will have everything you will need. The multimedia system, it's decent. You have everything. You have Kia Live, Kia Connect, radio, multimedia, manual. It's digital. Vocal note, air conditioning, a new thing. You could have the air conditioning here, but also you have the normal buttons from the air conditioning system. Let me show you. Like this is like manual, that's an automatic air conditioning, but you have buttons. You have 12 volts and USB, USB normal, wireless charging down there, and here electric seats, heated seats, heated steering wheels, stop and start off, on normal handbrake, and very good build quality. From my point of view, this is quite big. This is an important thing, because look at here that this car, it's small but it's very competent. And when I tell you that this car is very competent, you have to trust me, because in 2025 you will not find a car which has a bigger credential from the point of view of reliability. This car could run 300,000 kilometers with no problem, even compared with 1.0 TGDI, even compared with 1.5 TGDI. A lot of problems with normal petrol engines, modern petrol engines, even they are made by Ford, Stellantis, Renault, VW, or Kia, Hyundai. Everybody knows that a turbocharged engine with the intercooler, with direct injection, and a lot of power for small capacity. It means that it could run 150,000 kilometers with no problem, but no 300,000 kilometers. This previous generation of engines, 1.2 MPI, was 86, 84, and now it's 79 horsepower. It's enough, believe me. It could run with 170 kilometers an hour with no problem on the highway, even though the max speed is 156. Believe me, this car, it's bulletproof. It's like a pocket rocket, but even on the highway mode, not on the city mode. This engine with this configuration, with port fuel injection, with a normal aspirated engine with 4 cylinders, mounted on the 915 horsepower kilogram city car, it's magical, because this car means that the low weight, the big capacity classic petrol engine means that this car could run 300,000 kilometers with no problem. Even the clutch, it runs beautifully. So everybody knows that if you have some money, much more money, you could go for a Stonic, or I don't know, for a Sportage or a Tucson from Hyundai. But if you drive in the most congested city in Europe, like Bucharest, this is the solution. And if you want to drive more comfortably, go and buy AMT gearbox, which is a manual robotized gearbox that runs beautifully, but it's much slower than this 5-speed manual gearbox. If you are somehow a sporty guy or sporty girl, go for the 5-speed manual, and that's it. Don't worry about the ground clearance, don't worry about the image, because this car runs beautifully. It's a classic city car that actually is no more. This is the last generation of Picanto, so you'll receive this car, you'll have this car, I don't know, in the next 2 or 4 years on European markets, and after that it will be everything is going to be full electric. So if you want a classic car, classic city car, and don't have the other options from Stellantis, Renault, VW, Fiat, and everybody else, and even Hyundai, because i10 is no more, go buy and go make a review, a test drive with the Picanto, with the new Picanto. And the only options I could I will put on this car is the color. It's a city car. Go with the nice color. Don't go with the white or the black, because they are not colors. Go with the LED lights, and that's it. Thank you.